Hi there. This is a short lesson that I've prepared, and it's on the cognitive domain of creative writing. And the first thing that I'm going to be covering is, number one, there's always been the question of whether or not creative writing has a formula to it. And it's definitely safe to say that while there's a formula to creative writing, you also have to master the fine line between being formulaic, original, and cliched. What we're going to find out is where that line begins and ends through this lesson. So, as we move on to the basics, number one, you have to understand that creative writing is definitely not academic writing. A lot of times people tend to think of this as a way of showing how smart or intellectual they might be, and really it's the wrong venue, because this is more about storytelling and characterization. And in order for your characters to come across as believable, you need to make sure that they have dialect and personality that suits the particular situation. So definitely that is one thing to keep in mind. The other thing you have to keep in mind is that before you can really break the rules, you have to kind of know them. We tend to want to be spontaneous and creative, and there is a certain formula for setting and plot and theme and all the basic things that we've learned over the years in our typical English class. And after that, there comes a point of what is considered a solid topic to talk about or to write about. And often people have wondered, is it possible to write the great American novel? In that way, I would say that you need to choose subjects that are credible, that have a certain credibility. And like I can say from my own pursuit, I chose to use blues as a backdrop in music for my character, mainly because it's not trendy and it tends to stand the test of time and will hold up in the next 50 to 100 years, instead of trying to go for what is the maybe hot topic of the moment or the trend of the moment. The last thing I would say, and this is probably the most important, is just to make sure that you're natural. Most people can tell when your writing is contrived or phony, and you have to keep in mind that it's an ongoing process to try to find the most genuine and natural form of storytelling. Again, this is not essay writing or like you're trying to put together a thesis or something here. You're trying to find something that is going to be as natural as possible, and that's one of the main keys to solid creative writing. And that's it for this time around. Thanks.